Alright, so greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and today we are in Cumberland County, Pennsylvania. And actually, I think we're in Cumberland. I think we're in Cumberland County, just south of Boiling Springs. And we're gonna be hiking another section of the Appalachian Trail today. Kind of looking forward today. It's only gonna be 41 degrees today, but this coming week is looking awesome. Some temperature, like one day it's supposed to be like 68 degrees. It's gonna be great. But today is March 7th. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot of snow out here. Back home where I live, there's still some more snow on the ground, but out more west here, they never got as much snow to begin with. So yeah, gonna hike an intersection. I'm currently parked on what's called Whiskey Springs Road, and I'm gonna head north about 3 miles to the junction with the White Rocks Trail. That's the plan for today. I'll show you on the map here in a moment, my little maps I have, and we'll get going. Alright, so here's the map. Of course, this is the map of the Cumberland Valley the AT goes through. We did most all this past fall. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I don't get my shadow in the way. So I parked, where's my finger? I parked right here along Whiskey Springs Road, and we're going to head north to the junction with the White Rocks Trail. That's the plan for today. About 3 miles one way. Alright, so here is Whiskey Springs Road. A little bit of parking along his shoulder here. Of course, the AT crosses right over here. And there are some blue blazes down there too. This is the start of the Mason-Dixon Trail. I think it goes, yeah, there's a sign for it on that tree. It goes that way. We're gonna head north to White Rocks Trail. This is gonna feel good. Been sitting around too much. Just been, last couple days it was cold and windy again. Alright, away we go. It's good to be out in the woods again. Got a pretty rocky section right off. Take us right through it. It's definitely some neat rock formations to walk around in along the trail here. Yeah, there's just a little bit of snow left out this way in those sheltered areas away from the sun. There's some big rocks up there. Wasn't expecting so many of these, but for me they make hiking more fun. Those are worth just like scrambling around on. I don't think the trail's gonna go up that way. Whoops, almost a trip. Yeah. Not gonna go up there today though. Yeah, quite the rock pile. I guess they call them rock cities sometimes. Well, I came a little ways off trail just to check things out. I couldn't resist. There's a little campfire ring. My shadow's there too. But yeah, neat place to explore. Alright, we're gonna get back on trail and keep going here. Just have to kind of remember this place. wherever the trail is. I guess it's down here. Yeah. Here we go. There's our white blaze. It just takes us back up in the rocks again anyway. Alright. Yeah, and up ahead is just an utterly massive pile of rock up there, so man, I think I'll set the camera down and walk on up there. It's just a pretty cool large outcrop. All right, but we gotta keep going. Maybe we'll explore it a little bit more on the way back. So I gotta come back this way. All right. Gotta find the trail again. And it won't be too long anymore until I can start, stopping along the trail and showing you the different wildflowers that are coming up and the bugs and other critters. But not just yet. And this year, the 17-year cicadas are coming out. It's Brood X or Brood 10. Back in 2013, before I was filming, Brood 2 came out here in Pennsylvania. That was a little more in the Pocono area, but where I was living, they came out. I was still living on my farm back then. Actually, no, that was the spring I had to leave. But anyway, they were there. I remember hiking in some places up in Stony Valley. One of the places I love to hike. They were everywhere up there. But Brood X, a little bit further south here, Lancaster, York counties. It's the largest brood that emerges here in Pennsylvania. Brood X, the 17-year cicadas. So I'll be definitely making a video on them this spring. They should come out in May or June. So that's gonna be fun. And the scenery has changed. Quite a bit more snow over this way. But not enough to be any kind of a nuisance while you're hiking. So after this section hike here on the AT, I have one more short little section on that map that I showed you. That's the map of mostly the Cumberland Valley. You can buy those maps. They come in sections. Some people ask me about those maps. The Appalachian Trail Club sells them, and so does the other one is called the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club. I think that's what they're both called. If not, I'll correct myself down here. They're the ones that sell those maps. They're kind of nice. They're, if they get wet, they're not going to get ruined and things like that. But I did want to start completing the section I have from Lehigh Gap to Wind Gap, but that area is still covered in snow up in those mountains. They got a lot more snow up there on that ridge. So I'm going to do these two, today's hike, and I might be out here back out this way tomorrow actually to finish another little short section that goes from Whiskey Springs Road to Route 94. Then I'll be done with that map. Then I'd like to go back and finish the other section I mentioned from Lehigh Gap to Wind Gap. Then after that, we just have one, that's about a 20-mile stretch I need to finish up that way. And then I just have the whole section that runs through Michaud State Forest, which is maybe a 30-40 mile section. Obviously, I'm not gonna do it all at once. But in Michaud State Forest, I probably will do some backpacking on some of those hikes, some longer ones. At least that's the plan. So I'm pretty sure that mountain up that way is where the White Rocks Trail is, and there's that overlook up there. There's some really awesome rock formations up that way. I could be wrong, but I think that's kind of where we're headed. It's up that way. And up that way somewhere is Center Point Knob. That's where I placed my first channel sticker back in the day. Actually, this back in November, I think. Maybe December. You got a tree with a weird giant wart growing on it. Always kind of interesting. They call them burls sometimes. Who knows, maybe there was... Can't quite tell if that's hollow in there or not. Alright. Alright, well, up ahead is one of the many campsites that you'll find along the Appalachian Trail. The trail goes on down that way, but we're gonna stop in. Looking for a place to have a snack at least. Lots of tent sites that you could put a tent up. But anyway, we're gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go ahead and eat my sandwich now. Got one of these tuna creations, the tuna salad. These are kind of cool. Just tear the top off and squeeze it onto the bread. Got a tuna sandwich. Alright, so tuna sandwich is consumed along with some other things. Just check the map. Looks like we're about halfway to where I'm headed. I know there's a shelter down at the bottom of this hill. I think it's called the Alec Kennedy Shelter. So we may stop in there and check things out a little bit. We'll see. It's turning out to be actually a really beautiful day. I think it's a little bit warmer than they said it was going to be. But yeah. Every once in a while people ask me some more personal questions about my life, and I don't really share a whole lot about that. About my beliefs and stuff. But you know, today is a Sunday. I do go to church on Sundays. Not every Sunday though, obviously, like not today, but man, I feel like, to me though, being out here, this is my church out here. I know a lot of people go to church, you know, for prayer and worship and, you know, to get closer to God, or whatever terminology you want to use. But for me, out here is where I find those things. And I still go to church sometimes, but like I said, not every week, but a lot of times I'm out here doing this. I mean, it is nice to see friends and fellowship too with folks, but this is my church out here. And it looks like we got a stream crossing. Little makeshift bridge here. All right, wasn't so bad. There's a sign for the shelter. I was wondering when I was going to show up. Let's get some other signs there. Darlington Shelter, 18.2 miles to the north. We were there last winter. We actually had lunch there. You got another shelter mentioned to the south. But we're gonna stick to the main trail. A lot of times when you've seen one shelter, you've kind of seen them all. They all have most of them have a similar look. I just kind of want to keep going. get this hill over with here. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I mean, it's got the white blaze on it for the Appalachian Trail, but it looks like an old section of railroad. You know, the railing, I guess you call it. I'm not sure what it's doing out here in the middle of the woods, driven into the ground. There's definitely no old railroad bed up here. Anyway, all right, let's keep going. Yeah, so earlier in this video I was talking about where Center Point Knob is and the White Rocks Trail, and I think I totally had the wrong mountain for that. It was way off, but I'm pretty sure way up there it looks like, I think that's Center Point Knob up there. Okay, our destination should be not too far past the end of this steep climb. Whew. And there's a nice little place to sit up there, if I remember. Where we can sit down, take a break, have some more snacks. Alright. Well, we made it. Trail comes up here, and then it continues on up there to the top is Center Point Knob. And right here is the blue blazed White Rocks Trail. A nice little place to sit, take a break. This trail has some amazing views out that way. I was out there this past fall with some friends. There's one huge rock outcrop that you can sit on top, great views, but got some views here as well. Alright, so we're gonna chill out for a little bit down here. Alright, nice little break. Emptied out my food bag a bit more. There are quite a few people out here today though. I mean, this is a popular spot. I mean, the White Rocks Trail is pretty popular, and up, you know, Center Point Knob is pretty popular. So, I know people ask me, like, I don't really film other people in my videos so much that I meet on the trail. Not really my thing. I know I met one person that recognized me. Usually happens if I'm out hiking on the weekend. At least one person will recognize me. Alright, well, we're gonna head back. It's about 2 o'clock, so I should get back to Naomi at about 3:30-ish. Alright, and as usual, I probably won't film a whole lot on the way back unless something interesting pops up. But I might pop in a little bit every now and then. Alright, thought I'd go back. Alright. Well, we made it. Whoops. We made it back to Rock City. And that big rock I passed, you know, way back in the beginning of the video, that place was crowded. There was a ton of people hanging out there because look, they had ropes up and climbing around on it. So it looked like it was a popular spot, and it is. But no one down this section. So it's just a short little walk from here down to where Naomi should be waiting for me. Alright, so I'll go ahead and end the video here. Like I said, just a little ways to walk. Man, I'm kind of whooped. I haven't done a lot of hiking in the past month or so just because of the weather and stuff. So, time to get myself back into shape a little bit here. Sitting on that chair at home a little bit too much. But sometimes it is the way it is. You know, it is what it is. That's my saying. So hopefully with the coming spring though, we can bust ourselves back into shape here. I mean, you don't get totally out of shape, but even I follow people that are hiking the Appalachian Trail, the thru hikers, and they even say, like, of course, you know, they hike like, you know, they're super in shape, but they even say that, you know, if they get off trail for, you know, sometimes they take a break or sometimes they have to go home for a certain reason. You know, I've watched videos where someone in family died or something, they had to go home for like a week. And even just that in that 1 week, they feel it. They've a little bit out of shape from where they were at the beginning there, just being off the trail for a couple of days. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm gonna get home. Thanks for watching, and I will see you around.